Hey everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Ash and I am here with a review of Duck Dangerous Ultimate Cartridge Kidnapper on Steam. Now, this was released on the 14th of February 2023, developed by Duck Team and published by Take Aim Games, and I was lucky enough to be sent a copy to do this video review, so big thank you to them for that. Now, it's weird, this game. It's really weird to describe it, but it's an absolute blast. This is a game that really feels like a WarioWare game, but like a single player WarioWare game. And the plot is a group of like young ducklings find this 101 games cartridge, which turns out to be a trap for an evil spirit. Now, they basically have to beat this 101 games, so you have to play all 100 games to beat the villain and stop him basically being reborn and taking over the world. So it's a fun little game. Features 15 different categories, each featuring 5 to 10 micro games, and these micro games are silly little things that take normally less than a minute. So there's one that's like a knockoff of Flappy Bird. There's one where you have to blow buildings up and ships and stuff like that. There's a duck hunt style game. Weird and wonderful, honestly, silly little games, and they're all fun to play. Now, there are 3 difficulty levels for each of these games as well, and there's also a separate category for boss games. So every now and again you'll end up with like a boss battle style game, which are slightly more in depth, slightly harder than the normal micro games. Now, the games feature basic sort of low poly pixel graphics. Definitely reminds me of playing games on like the Mega Drive, the SNES and the NES and stuff like that. Gives me a really warm feeling playing this. Like, I had so much fun playing it because I am a huge WarioWare fan, and just the randomness of it all really sort of resonated with me. I love weird and wonderful games. So there's multiple modes to get through in here as well. So there's a story mode, and in this story mode, like I say, you've got to play through all 100 games, playing as each of the 5 ducklings across 5 main chapters. So each one, you've got 20 micro games to get through. Now you have 5 lives, and you can replay a game without losing a life, but you have to put in a cheat code, and basically that's like a code pops up on screen and you have to quickly put it in before the time runs out. If you do that, you get to replay the mini game without losing a life. Outside of the story mode, there's a games vault, and basically all the games you've played and unlocked, you can play them on sort of free play to practice, stuff like that. And then there's also a survival mode, which is basically get the highest score without dying. Now, there are also unlockable like decorative panels that go over your screen and stuff like that you can unlock by fulfilling special conditions during the game as well. Now, the game itself is priced at £9.99. Now, it is sort of single player only, and it does have partial controller support and Steam achievements. I played this on the keyboard, and I think it would play better on a pad, because like the keyboard, sometimes I was sort of crossing over my hands and stuff like that. It's not the end of the world. You can do it. You basically use up, down, left, or right, or the WASD keys, and then 2 other keys for the other buttons. It's a very simple control scheme. You won't end up with hundreds and hundreds, but there are some of the mini games where just having to push them all in a certain order gets a bit wonky on a keyboard, where like my WASD and then the 2 keys I needed were underneath them, so I was sort of crossing over myself. Now, while the story is single player, there is also shared split screen PvP, and you can use the remote play together ability on Steam as well. I can't recommend this game enough. Like I say, it's dumb fun. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and the mini games are just sort of weird and wonderful. But honestly, I had an absolute blast playing them. Some of them are simple, some of them are a little frustrating, but the fact that you've got enough lives that you can not worry about them, and they're that short, even a bad one you've forgotten about 2 minutes later because you've played 2 more games, means that you're going to have a whole lot of fun with this. And I thought it's one of the most refreshing games I've played in the last couple of months. Can't wait to play more of it. I'm going to try it with a controller though and see if that makes a big difference. Now, the game is also available for bundled with a copy of the soundtrack. And for some reason, the bundle copy at the moment is cheaper than just the game on its own on Steam. I don't know if that's a temporary price or what, but there's currently a 20% off if you pick up the core game and the soundtrack. So you actually can pick it up for £9.34. But that's that for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below to let us know what you think of this game. And we'll see you very soon for more gaming content. Bye for now.